All right, everybody, it's time for another super feminazi, misandric video of hysteria, where I'm gonna be shrill and histrionic and and just evil. Okay, so I wanted to put this video together because the article is great and I love being able to share it, but I want to put it into video form as well. And this article was compiled by Donna Askins, who wrote a few articles for us at Heathen Women. She does a lot of great work. And it's going to go through and debunk all of this regurgitated, illogical crap that people, men and women, keep repeating that women vote more left. First of all, if you're in a racial movement, why are you categorizing all women of all races into one category? So, by your admission of saying women vote all left, you have admitted to being a cultural Marxist and a genocidal freak because you do not recognize racial differences. We have different IQs, we have different proclivities, we have different abilities. So to say that to group all women into one thing is just so ridiculous. And that's why any movement such as the alt-right, the new right, that groups all women together is inherently cultural Marxist. It's inherently genocidal. And so you can just move aside because you just admitted that you believe everybody is equal, yet you rail against men and women aren't equal. Women want equality. Women want equality. Well, you're saying that all women of all races are equal. So are you equal to a black man? White men that seem to group women all together? Are you equal to an Asian man? Are you equal to an Aboriginal man? No, because we're different. And I understand why it's happening. They want the gender war to continue, especially in this crucial time, but it's ridiculous. So try that. That'll shut down their argument. If anybody says women vote overwhelmingly, oh, thank you for letting us know that you're a cultural Marxist who believes that there's no such thing as racial differences, and you basically are spouting the critical race theory that is taught to all of these brain dead zombies that are being force fed a bunch of filth and poison in the universities. So good job. Thank you for proving that you are a moron. And now we'll move on to actual statistics. I know, it's crazy, right? Unfortunately, when you make an argument for something, you actually have to back it up with facts and statistics. And no one seems to be able to do that. They try and present this Austrian election, which I believe even there was some voter fraud or something, or there was a recount involved. Again, I want to preface this that these arguments are total dead-end arguments, but I want to point out the flawed logic involved here and the poison, because this is a stupid argument since they could never actually take away the 19th Amendment, since we don't even have freedom of speech. So I don't know how you expect to get into power to then take away our right to vote. I mean, voting, if it changed anything, they wouldn't let us do it. So let's get into the stats, okay? We'll read the actual polls. We'll read the actual statistics here. So, all right. According to an article on the Huffington Post website titled "The Elephant in the Exit Polls Results," there have been several headlines about how women, young voters, and even Catholics led the way for Obama. However, it wasn't the youth, female, or any aspect of the religious vote that we should credit. It was the African American and Latino vote. Wow. Shocking. Wow. How crazy that they would vote for Obama. It's nuts. Nobody was women, though. The article continues, when the data are broken down by gender and race, the results show that only minority women voted in the majority for Obama. White women mostly voted for Romney. Not that either of them, that child rapist is better than that child rapist. That child rapist is black, though. So we'll pick the white one. I mean, you people are pathetic that still think that voting is actually not completely a joke. You guys go for your little sticker on, I voted today. Thank you for, give me your adult card. It's been revoked. If you still believe in Santa Claus and voting, give me your adult card right now and go put on your pajamas, brush your teeth, and go to bed. Let the adults handle it. Okay? All right, so In fact, 35% of white men and 42% of white women voted for Obama. That is only a 7-point difference. No, that doesn't fit the narrative. Shit. Okay, well, we'll find something. Okay. All right. When we look at the Republican side, we have a 62% white men and 56% of white women, a 6-point difference. Compare that to 96% of black women and 76% Latino. Okay, obviously, if you group white women in with that, if you group white women in with that, it looks god-awful, especially when you are a white nationalist. It would mean that women decided the vote. But when you break it down by race, which is supposedly what this whole thing is about, preserving our people, my head is going to explode. It's like I'm sitting here listening to Millennial Woes talk about how you can't argue that bestiality is bad. There's no argument for it. It's like, oh my god. Okay. When you break it down by race, you see that it's white women who vote majority right. Black women, Latino women, yeah, they're gonna probably vote for the left because they're the more openly anti-white party. You think the GOP, the gay old pedophiles, you think they like white people? Okay. They might like exploiting us. All right. So now we're gonna, here are the stats, read it and weep. But no, I'm sure you'll come up with some other thing. I mean, how many examples do we need to show? We had Brexit where they voted half and half. Again, I can't even believe I'm covering this because it's just so pointless with this. The voting itself is pointless, but not the social engineering that is going on behind it. So that's what I want to expose the propaganda. I don't really give a crap about the voting patterns. But I'm trying to demonstrate here with facts and data that, okay? So young voters, the stupid ones, the ones that are indoctrinated, we break that down by race. We see here 51% of whites voted for Romney. So even the uneducated, even the educated, indoctrinated young people who are, so full of propaganda and poison, even they voted more for Romney than Obama. Again, breaking it down racially, not by sex. Oh my God. All right, so now let's look at religion and Obama support. We have the Jews up there. Other research points in the same direction, but since Jews include whites and they are Democratic, does this mean that they encompass the majority of the Democrats within the demographic of the white race? Now we must ask ourselves, why on earth would professed white nationalists, specifically those in the alt-right, attack their own women with skewed facts? I wonder why. Maybe because it's a funded operation. Oh, light bulb. Okay. So let's take a look at some facts from the last 12 years. According to an article titled How the Faithful Vote 2012 Preliminary Analysis, nearly 8 in 10 white evangelical Protestants voted for Romney, 79%, compared with 20% who backed Obama. Romney received as much support from evangelical voters as George W. Bush did in 2004 at 79%. All right, then it breaks it down, Mormons, of course they're going to vote for Romney. All right. Now, in another article from Pew titled Changing Face of America Helps Assure Obama Victory, they state nationally non-white voters made up 28% of all voters, up from 26% in 2008. So Obama won 80% of these votes, and same as 4 years ago. Okay, so here's another chart for you. And remember, Jews are counted as white. So again, it's not even being broken down racially. A lot of you think I am Jewish, but am I equal to a Jewish woman? Am I equal to a black woman? No. Okay. So the democratic leanings of the millennials are associated with the greater racial and ethnic diversity among this generation. More than 4 in 10 millennials, 44%, are non-white. By far the highest percentage of any age cohort. So really, I could go over these stats for days, but any time that someone wants to say women vote majority left, just call them out for being a cultural Marxist, because women are not, that's like, you can't group a sex together. And to make these sweeping statements is insane, but they get away with it. they get away with it on the alt right and a lot of white nationalists because it's just been so ingrained in their heads that it's like this it's repetition. It works. You guys hear it. You hear it repeated over and over again, and you guys you're not critical thinkers, so you just start spewing out whatever your little leaders told you because you're all followers. I don't want people to follow me. I want fellow leaders to work alongside me. Only people that are narcissistic want to be like praised and worshipped for being leaders. We're not about that. We're not about that here at Renegade. We don't want followers. We want leaders. We want doers. We want people that are going to take action and not sit here and talk about voting. It's insane. So yeah, if they want to play the sex game, remind them that they're cultural Marxists, they're anti-white, and they're genocidal. So that's it. I hope you got triggered.